Hi, everyone. Of course, I'm early. There's no show this Sunday. Um, Not intentionally, kind of forced on us. I'm not feeling that great, and so and also Kevin is on the road, and Kevin also has a very important. Kevin is, as you know, the resident celebrity of the show, and he has a premiere um, documentary about comedians from DC, about successful comedians from DC. I think he said it's called DC's Mecca of Comedy, and that's premiering tonight. And it's kind of like a red carpet event in DC. So he's going to be attending that, um, which is why he can't make it. And I am not feeling that great. Been feeling a little under the weather since Wednesday. Tiffany's the healthy one. But of course, we can't have Tiffany go at it alone. I'm sure she could handle it, but we decided to take a break. So thank you guys for hanging with us every Sunday. Like I said, there's no show this Sunday, and we are working on getting some really great guests for you guys. And I'm going to show you a couple of clips. If anyone out there knows how we can get a hold of any of these guests to be on our show, please reach out and let us know at our email, which is the Black Therapy Show at gmail.com. So the first guest we would like to have is Dr. Joy DeGruy.
The reason why you become silent, there's one that always comes up, and that's fear. White people are afraid of black people. They are afraid of us. And it's a very interesting thing because black people know it. We know white people are afraid, but you have to start getting into the psychology. What are you afraid of? Why are you afraid? But it's an interesting dynamic. Now, also you see the difference in what racism is, do you not? Racism implies you have not just prejudice, but the power to do something with that prejudice. Now, I don't like you, not only that, but I'm going to control whether you can get, I may say I hate you. I hate white people. I hate them. It's not going to change you getting that, loan. When you go to the bank, I can hate you all the way to the bank. Not gonna change. Do you see the difference? That whereas white racism says, not only do I not like you, but I'm gonna change the impact of where you can live. I'm going to determine with that racism where your powers are. You following me? And I'm talking about as a group, not an individual.
So that's Dr. Joy DeGruy. If anyone knows how we can have her or have any way of getting her on our show, we would love to have her on our show. We would also love to have
2013, first time I was visited by the FBI. That was because of information that I was posting on Facebook about the White House and 9/11. They came, pulled up to the house, knocked on the door, flashed a magnificent badge. I said, "Wow, you have a pretty nice budget. Can we come in for a second?" I said, "No, I'll step outside." And then they flashed the badge, and we have a few questions for you. She opens the file, big file, legal size. Opened it, had my DMV photo in it, had my last 3 or 4 posts on Facebook. She said, "Is this you? Did you post this?" I'm reading it. I said, "Yes, yeah, definitely." She said, "What did you mean by that?" "Well, we're just making sure that you're not connected to any terrorist organizations."
Right.
2013. It's almost a decade ago. I said, "You know if I'm in a terrorist organization. You know full well." I started answering the questions, talking about 9/11. "Well, what did you mean by that?" I said, 9/11 was an inside job that is well known. "Well, how do you know that?" I said, "There's a documentary called Loose Change that came out. There are roughly over 2,000 engineers who are calling for the reopening of the 9/11 files. People who were there heard explosions on every floor. Bomb-sniffing dogs were there." "Okay, well, thank you, sir." I said, no. Come on, we have time.
Now we gotta talk.
Never mind.
Yes. And last and not least, we would love to have the great Dr. Umar Johnson.
This is why they hate blacks in America so much. The white power structure. We're the only non-white people in the country who cannot be sent home. Right. You cannot be deported. Slavery destroyed your cultural, psychological, and intellectual connection to your ancestral homeland. If the Ghanaian get on your nerve, he go back to Ghana. If the Puerto Rican gets on your nerves, he go back to Puerto Rico. If the Afro-Cuban gets on your nerves, he or she go back to Cuba. If the Chinese get on your nerves, send them back to China. If the East Indian gets on your nerves, send them back to India. If the Arab gets gets on your nerve, send them back to one of the Middle Eastern states. But when American Africans get on your nerves, where do you deport us to? Most American Africans are so brainwashed, they think they're American. So you cannot deport them because this is what they identify with most. So in other words, the white man created his own problem, which makes it almost impossible to deport us. So the only way to get rid of us is a systemic system of racial genocide. And that's what they're using.
All right. So those are the three guests we're hoping to have within probably, hopefully before the end of the year or sometime next year. Like I said, thanks again for tuning in with us every Sunday. We are not having a show this Sunday. I'm not doing that great, but I'm sure I'll be okay. Kevin, let's say congratulations to him. He has a movie premiere tonight. He's in DC with that. And like I said, Tiffany's the healthy one. So take care, you guys. Like I always say, we love you guys for tuning in with us every Sunday. And we'll definitely see you next Sunday. Okay, bye.